I saw that the McDonald's earnings report just came out. Why is it so concerning?
Because they missed their earnings expectations. And McDonald's traditionally, if you heard of the Big Mac index, it's traditionally on a macro level been a gauge of how consumers are doing, not just here, globally, right? And from Yardeni research, that was the first sales decline in 13 straight quarters, the first time they're reporting that. So basically what the picture tells you, the bigger picture is like, yeah, they missed their earnings, whatever, but the bigger picture that tells you is there's a concern about consumer spending, not just here, worldwide. So that tells you consumers don't want to spend. That means their slowdown is coming, right? Because we're a consumer-based economy. If the consumers don't spend, it creates a slowdown in our economy. And also, you look at what did they just do recently, right? $5 menu or something. They're trying to do that right now. It's something that they have an initiative on. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, it's ridiculous,
No longer the dollar menu, it's the $5 menu.
No, I mean, like, no longer, $7, Egg McMuffins, value. What's a Big Mac meal now? Some places here, $12, $13. It's,
Well, Tiffany and I just went to McDonald's and she was like, why is that sandwich $14?
Yeah. So what it tells you is McDonald's is taking steps to lower their prices, right? So things are too expensive, basically, and consumers are pulling back. And that's not a good sign. You look at oil, you look at everything. It looks like prices are deflating right now, which is, like I said before, it's good to, when we have inflation, you want to bring the prices down, but now it's deflationary pressures may be causing an economic slowdown.
Because I remember before when you used to describe deflation, it meant recession.
Well,
usually.
Okay, so this kind of, you pivot this into like the discussion of like reducing rates, right? Everyone's rates are too high. You don't want to get into a situation where rates come crashing down so fast. That tells you what? You're in a recession. And this could be a sign that you might be taking steps towards that.
So you don't think it has anything to do with minimum wage?
It absolutely has a lot to do with that. Their costs on these companies, not just McDonald's and everybody else, like, the consumers like that you gauge consumer spending is Target, Walmart, Burger King, KFC, all that. With all the wage pressures, they raise their prices, right? So when they raise their prices, everything became so expensive.
I see.
You see what, right?
Yeah.
So everything became so freaking expensive, no one wants to go eat there anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And in general, that's why they're all dropping their prices. And they're missing their earnings estimates. That's a bigger picture view of like consumer spending, is retrenching, it's pulling back. And I don't know where the fine line, the tipping point is from like let them pull back, bring the inflation down, or let them go below it.
Yeah.
And then when like I said, recessionary situations, it's like a train going over the crest and starts going down the hill. The minute it starts accelerating down, you can stand on the brakes, it's just going to skid its way down. It's going to be very, very difficult to stop that thing.
Yeah.
That's, so in a nutshell, this McDonald's thing could potentially be a sign of that.
Okay.
Yeah.